Hey Suffield, what are experts predicting for home prices over the next 5 years? Find out and take a listen to this month's Suffield Housing Market Update. But first, let's take a look at what's been happening in Suffield. In August, 17 homes were sold, and that's down 15% from August of 2022. 10 new listings came on the market, and that's down 29%. The sales price to list price ratio was 102.99%, and that's actually up 3%. And the average sale price per square foot was $211, and that is up 8% from 2022. The average sale price was $521,000, and that's down 9% from 2022. And the average days on market was 36, and that's actually flat from 2022. And the month's supply of inventory is at 2 months, and that's actually up 11% from August of 2022. How that works is 6 months is considered a balanced market. So anything more than 6 months is a buyer's market, and anything less than 6 months is a seller's market. So at 2 months inventory, we are still very much in a seller's market. Nationally, we are seeing that home sales are down. Not home prices, but actually number of home sales. And that is indicative of a market that is challenged with low inventory. Builders are building below historical levels, and that's been a challenge since even pre-2020. And people are staying in their houses longer. The 1985 to 2009 average was 6.1 years, and since 2010, the average has increased to 9.3 years. We spoke earlier how 6 months is considered to be a balanced market. So if you look at the current national inventory here in gray, and then in the maroon, you can see the shortage we have to reach 6 months, a balanced market. You can easily see we have about 50% of the inventory we really need to be in that balanced market. Now in August, keep in mind this is just 1 month, so it might be too soon to say if it's a current trend. But Realtor.com said, while inventory continues to be in short supply, August witnessed an unusual uptick in newly listed homes compared to July, hopefully signaling return in seller activity heading toward the fall season, which typically is the best time to buy a home. This graph depicts it in numbers, and though we saw locally this number actually decreases in activity, nationally, this could be a good sign on the start to seller activity returning to the market. So now rates. So what is happening with rates? Because while many home buyers adjusted to the new normal of higher interest rates, many of our home sellers locked in at a 2-point-something or 3-point-something interest rate and may not be listing their current homes, and this is certainly not helping our inventory challenges. Let's take a look at inflation and its correlation to the 30-year fixed rate mortgage. And historically, you can see with the blue bar that as inflation dropped, mortgage rates followed. Now, you can see here that in 2023, inflation dropped like a rock, but the 30-year mortgage rates are yet to follow. And while I don't have a crystal ball, many experts do agree that by the end of this year, we're going to start to see interest rates in the high 6s, and that as we head into the middle to the end of next year, we may even see them drop down into the 5s. And that's going to be when the floodgates open, resulting in a very strong market. So what are the experts predicting for home prices over the next 5 years? Well, Postnomics pulled over 100 economists, investment strategists, and housing market analysts in the latest quarterly home price expectation survey. The results showed what the panelists project will happen with home prices over the next 5 years. Here are those expert forecasts saying home prices will go up every year through 2027. And while the projected increase in 2024 isn't as large as 2023, it is important to recognize that home price appreciation is cumulative. In other words, if these experts are correct, after your home's value rises by 3.32% this year, it'll appreciate by another 2.17% next year. And that is a good example of why owning a home is a choice that wins big over time. So if you're someone who's worried that home prices will fall because of something you read online, here is your big takeaway. Even though home prices vary market by market, experts project that home prices will continue to rise across the country for years to come. And these numbers indicate a return to more normal home price appreciation. And don't forget, you have gained tremendous equity over the past several years. This chart shows that 68.7% of Americans have either paid off their mortgage or have at least 50% equity. That is tremendous. So now may be a great time to use that equity to offset those interest rates and fuel your next move. So what are the major takeaways? Inventory is still low and the market could easily absorb double the inventory before we even reached what's considered to be a balanced market. As inflation continues to cool, experts are predicting the 30-year mortgage rate to follow as we close out 2023 and we head into 2024. Experts are predicting that prices will continue to rise across the country for many more years to come. And lastly, you are in a tremendous equity position. And this is all great news for our home sellers out there. So if you're considering making a move and wondering how this good news applies to you, DM me and I'd love to learn more about your real estate goals and chat on how we can help you achieve them. Thank you for your likes and comments. And if you know someone that may find this information useful, be sure to hit that share button below. And you want to be notified of future market updates and other local real estate information? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. All right, this has been your September Suffield Housing Market Update. See you next month.